pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They check it to 10. Hey.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the London Black Knights. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Look, 180. 954. Here we go, here we go. Check, turbo's up.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Goff now throw. Into heavy traffic and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Double dog, that's the way. Check 24, check 24. 12.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it's Breida. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Super 66. Hey, high 7. Mike's 5-4. Yeah.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now a first down throw. Gone. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Kill.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Where are they, King? Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edge. H3, 218, chopper.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
One. Get that ball. Check 52.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Check 50. One. Line 9. Come on. You better bring it. Check 3. 66. Bullet high.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Check. Exit.
third down. Mariota. It's complete. Stills. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here we go on fourth down. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From his goal line here, Goff. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. This is Grant. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Browns.
Here's Grant. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Stills the intended target. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Mariota. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
We go tonight. White 20. 54 Mike. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Tiger.
Throwing on third. Gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Following the interception here, Mariota. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mariota on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is gone. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Gone. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This is Breida. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Bring it. Kill. Ric Flair. Louis. 99. Check 99. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Here's Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
3rd and long. It's gone. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
20.
Goff now looking to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean.
And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now it's Martin. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the mic. Watch one. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go back to Grant. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
It's our time. Mike 9.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Tonight, 180. 54. Record.
Goff on 1st down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mariota. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 11.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Where are they, team? Quiet, 64, weak.
This is Stills on the jet sweep. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check. Kill.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They will run with Grant. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Where are they, team?
This is Stills on the jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. I got it. He's cracked. One. Check safety.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Patch it. Say, where are they, team?
Now Mariota on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 4th down, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that'll be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
80 weapon. Lucky. 3. Mike 9. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Watch the whip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. This is Stills on the jet sweep. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here we go on 4th. Gone. And able to find Dorsett. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a give to Breida. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check, Mike. 12. It's a party now.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Check nickel. Where are they, team?
start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, it's Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Three. Nine. I got one. 61. Matchbox, right.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, we got to seal. One. Get it together, defense. Let's get it together. One. Slam. You go tight.
Throwing here, Mariota. There he goes inside the 30. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A first down throw for Mariota. This will be caught inside the 10. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Mariota to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Check 11. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check your hot read. Quick the edge. Come. Super.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's going to let it fly. They got his man complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.